There's been public outcry about the huge cost of public administration and duplication of roles in government. On Monday, Cabinet resolved to review the status of 153 government authorities and agencies, with some dissolved and others merged. Minister for Information, Communications, Technology and National Guidance, Frank Tumwebaze, says Cabinet is working out a legal mechanism to effect the changes. There has been complaints of huge salary disparities between traditional civil servants and those working in the authorities and agencies. According to the Ministry of Public Service, government has been spending 988 billion shillings on wages annually in the 153 agencies and authorities. Tumwebaze was flanked by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Public Service, Catherine Musingwire, announced the long-awaited 4 cabinet decision at the Government Media Center.
Uganda National Roads Authority, UNRA, to be collapsed into a department under the Ministry of Works and Transport.
Most of the institutions will be collapsed and made specialized departments under the line ministries. These include the Uganda Investments Authority, Uganda Wildlife Authority, the National Identification and Registration Authority, National Forestry Authority, Uganda Registration Services Bureau, and various electricity agencies, UEGCL, UETCL, UEDCL, and the Rural Electrification Agency. The Public Service Commission, Health Service Commission, and Education Service Commission will be merged into a one Public Service Commission with specialized departments to handle public servants under respective specialized areas. The authorities in charge of dairy sector, cotton, coffee, and nuts will also be mainstreamed into the Ministry of Agriculture. Uganda Cancer and Uganda Heart Institute will revert to Mulago Referral Hospital as directorates and staff salaries enhanced to retain them. Tumwebaze was asked why the restructuring was happening now, yet some agencies were formed decades ago and others less than 3 years ago.
You use the budget as a main tool to deliver services. That's why we are saying let's reduce public wage and put more money in the delivery of services.
On a national budget of 29 trillion, and the agencies were taking 10.8 trillion.
On what would happen to hundreds of people who could lose jobs in the process, Tumwebaze said there was no cause for alarm.
Do not cry for those who will lose their jobs in agency X or Y. They can go and work in Kamwenge. Why are you laughing? They can go and work in Kabong. Uganda is not Kampala. They reviewed 153 agencies. 153? Let's say half of that goes. For sure, 70 EDs will have lost their jobs. Okay? That's for sure. They can come and be commissioners if they want. But the money from that will employ more 300 or 400 Ugandans at different levels.
Minister Tumwebaze said government would absorb mainly technical staff from merged agencies into the traditional civil service.
After government fast-tracking the restructuring process, critics are saying that it will not make any economic sense if the 988 billion shillings part of it, or the bigger chunk of it, is spent on the ministries where these agencies have been absorbed. SUDHIR BYARUHANGA, NTV.